Hey everyone, ready to unlock the secrets to effectiveness?
You bet.
We're diving deep into Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People today,
A classic.
using this awesome YouTube summary from Free Money to guide us.
They do great work.
So think of this deep dive like your cheat sheet to Covey's wisdom.
All the good stuff, none of the fluff.
But now, Covey's work, it
Mhm.
goes way deeper than just
Absolutely.
like surface level tips and tricks, right?
Right.
He's really trying to get at the
Yeah.
core of what makes people effective in every single part of life.
Coolly.
And then he gives us this roadmap to get there, which I think is really cool.
I love that about his work.
And the best part, it's all about building a solid foundation, one habit at a time.
One step at a time.
So it's not a quick fix,
Right.
right? It's like a long-term game plan.
Exactly.
It's about understanding those principles behind effectiveness
Yes.
and then internalizing them so they become like second nature.
Habits. It's
Yes.
all about the habits.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just jump right in.
Let's do it.
Covey kicks things off with this idea of PPC balance,
Okay.
which sounds a little,
A little technical.
yeah, a little jargony at first,
Mhm.
but it's actually super simple once you wrap your head around it.
It is, yeah.
So P stands for production,
Right.
which is essentially getting the results you want.
Okay.
And then PC stands for production capability, the assets that produce those results.
I like to think of it like,
Yeah.
if we're thinking about the workplace,
Okay.
P would be closing deals, hitting those targets,
Okay.
and then PC would be your skills, your knowledge.
Your well-being even.
Yes, absolutely. All of that.
Okay, so it's like the whole package.
Mhm.
And Covey uses this.
Oh, this is a good one.
I love this story.
It's so memorable.
The goose that lays the golden eggs.
Yes, to illustrate this concept.
This is all about short-term gains versus long-term sustainability.
Exactly.
Because if you get greedy,
If you want all the golden eggs right now,
yeah, you're going to kill a goose.
you kill the goose, no more golden eggs.
So it's really about
But it's
finding that balance.
that sustainable balance, yeah.
Between getting those results, but also maintaining the ability to keep producing those results.
It's about playing the long game.
I like that, playing the long game.
Yeah.
So how does this PPC balance actually play out in our daily lives?
Oh, it applies to so many areas.
I bet.
I mean, imagine like your finances.
Okay.
P might be the money you're making, right?
Okay.
But then PC is your financial literacy, your investment strategy.
Oh, it's good.
You know, your ability to manage that money wisely.
It's like,
Wow, yeah.
you could also think about it with relationships,
Oh, definitely.
where P is all those fun times you have together, the support you receive.
Yeah.
But PC is all the time and effort that you're investing,
In nurturing that connection, communicating well.
being there for each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like recognizing that every area of our life has a goose that we need to be taken care of.
To get the golden eggs.
To keep those golden eggs coming.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes total sense.
Yeah.
So how do we actually go about building this effectiveness?
The big question.
That's where the 7 habits come in, right?
That is exactly where the 7 habits come.
Okay, cool.
So Covey, he defines a habit as
Yeah.
the intersection of knowledge, skill, and desire.
Oh, okay, so break that down for me.
So you need to know what to do. Right.
Okay,
You need to know how to do it.
got it.
And you need to want to do it.
You have to want to do it.
You got to want it.
Okay.
That's when it becomes a true habit.
It's kind of like riding a bike.
Ooh, perfect example.
Once you know how and you've practiced enough, it's like second nature.
You don't even think about it.
You just do it.
Exactly.
And what I love about this definition
Mm-hmm.
is it really shows that habits aren't set in stone.
They're not permanent.
It can be changed.
You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Exactly. Covey says,
He has so many good quotes.
he says, habits are like a cable. We weave a strand every day.
Love that one.
We can choose to break old patterns and weave new ones.
So powerful.
Serve us better.
It's a choice.
That's such a hopeful thought.
It is.
It means we're not stuck
No, you're not a prisoner.
with whatever habits we've developed over the years.
You have the power to change.
We have the power to reshape our lives.
Yes.
One habit at a time.
One little step at a time.
I love that.
Yeah.
And this brings us to
This is a good one.
such a crucial concept, paradigm shifts.
Paradigm shifts.
So a paradigm is basically our mental map of the world, the way we see things.
Our lens.
Yes.
It's how we see everything.
Okay, so then a paradigm shift
Mhm.
is like changing that map,
Changing the lens.
seeing things from a totally new perspective.
You got it.
Okay.
And Covey, he tells this amazing story about a man on the subway
Oh, I remember this one.
with these really noisy children.
Yes. It perfectly illustrates this whole paradigm shift idea.
It's so good. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone on the subway is like
Annoyed.
annoyed, judging this guy.
Yeah, like, control your kids, man.
Totally.
But then
The man explains.
that his wife just died.
Yes, and the kids are having a really hard time coping.
Yeah, and it's just like instantaneously everybody's perspective shifts.
Everyone on the subway.
They see the situation through this whole new lens. Understanding.
Yeah, compassion.
And their behavior totally changes.
From judgment to compassion.
Powerful, right.
It's so powerful.
That story is just such a good reminder to be less judgmental and more open-minded.
Absolutely.
And that leads us right into
the first habit.
The very first habit.
The foundation.
The foundation of all the others.
Bro, please. Be proactive.
Proactive.
Okay, so what does it actually mean to be proactive?
What does it mean?
Because I feel like that word gets thrown around a lot.
But I'm not always sure what it means in practice. Like, what does it look like?
Covey, he emphasizes that proactive people,
Yeah.
they aren't just reacting to their circumstances.
Okay.
They are consciously creating their lives.
They're choosing how to respond.
Exactly.
So it's not about waiting for things to happen to you.
Right.
It's about taking charge and making things happen.
It's about being the creator, not the victim.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that you have the power to choose your response to any situation.
Any situation.
Covey gives this great example
Oh, yeah.
with the phrase, love her.
Even
Even if you're not feeling particularly loving towards your partner at that moment,
right.
if you choose to act lovingly,
It can actually.
it cultivates those feelings over time.
Yes.
So you're saying
What I'm saying is
our actions can actually influence our emotions.
not just the other way around.
Wow.
Yeah.
So proactivity is all about
It's about taking responsibility.
taking responsibility for your own life, your own happiness.
Your own effectiveness.
It's about being the programmer, not the program.
I love that analogy.
And this proactive mindset
yeah.
is the foundation.
The very foundation upon which all the other habits are built.
Okay, so we've talked about PPC balance, habits, paradigm shifts, and proactivity.
What's next?
Where do we go from here?
Well, once we've embraced that proactive mindset,
Yeah.
we can move on to habit 2. Begin with the end in mind.
Begin with the end in mind.
Okay, I like that one.
It sounds kind of deep.
It is deep, yeah.
So what does that actually mean?
It's about defining your destination before you start the journey.
Okay.
It's like creating a blueprint for your life.
A blueprint.
Yeah, like a personal mission statement
Oh,
that
interesting.
acts as your compass.
So like figuring out what you truly value,
Yes.
what you really want to accomplish in life,
What legacy do you want to leave behind?
that kind of thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's about getting really clear on your purpose, your why.
Your why.
Yeah.
I like that.
Covey actually suggests
Yeah.
writing your own eulogy.
Whoa.
I know it sounds a little morbid,
A little dark.
but it's really powerful.
Okay, I can see how that would force you to think about what really matters.
It does, yeah.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
And to really bring this concept to life, Covey tells this story
Oh, I love his stories.
about this hotel with exceptional service
Okay.
and their secret. A shared mission statement
Really?
that like permeated the whole organization.
Wow.
From the housekeepers
Wow.
to the bellboys, everyone
Everyone was on the same page.
working towards the same goal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So it's not just about our own personal mission statements.
Yeah.
It's also about aligning with those missions of organizations.
Of the communities we're part of.
Okay.
Finding that sense of shared purpose,
Yeah.
working together to achieve something bigger than ourselves.
Hey, it's like rowing a boat in the same direction.
Everyone pulling together.
Towards that common goal.
Exactly.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our blueprint.
We've got our mission.
We know where we're going.
What's next?
Time to hit the gas.
Hit the gas.
Put that plan into action.
With habit 3, put first things first.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a good one.
This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of time management.
It is.
I think we could all use a little help with that.
It's a struggle for a lot of people.
That is.
But Covey's approach to time management, it's a little different.
Okay, how so?
He's not just talking about efficiency.
Okay.
He's talking about aligning our actions with our values.
Oh, interesting.
Making sure that we're spending our time on the things that actually matter.
So it's not about cramming more into our day.
No.
It's about prioritizing the right thing.
It's about being intentional.
Intentional with our time.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
And his time management matrix, it's a great tool for this.
Okay, tell me about this matrix. It helps us visualize how we're actually spending our time
Okay.
and identify those areas where we can make adjustments.
Okay, I'm listening.
So it's a simple grid
Okay.
with 4 quadrants.
4 quadrants.
On one axis, you've got urgent and not urgent.
Got it.
And then the other, important and not important.
Okay.
So you end up with these 4 categories of tasks.
Okay, so walk me through those.
So you've got urgent and important.
Okay, those are the ones that just demand our attention right now.
Like deadlines, emergencies, things like that.
Right. Got to take care of those.
Then you've got urgent, but not important.
Okay, so those are the things that feel like they need our attention.
But they're actually distractions
Oh, interesting.
from what actually matters.
Like checking social media.
Oh, yeah, good example.
Or responding to every email right away.
Yes, those things.
Okay, and then they're the tasks that are neither urgent nor important.
Right, those are the time wasters.
The things we do out of habit or boredom.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got 3 quadrants down.
We're getting there.
What about the 4th? The not urgent but important quadrant.
That, my friend, is the sweet spot.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
That's quadrant 2.
Quadrant 2.
And that's where Covey encourages us to focus most of our time.
So that's where those activities live that are really going to contribute to our long-term goals.
Yes, our health, our relationships.
Our personal growth, those things that are so crucial.
But they don't always have a screaming deadline.
Yeah, they don't always feel urgent.
Right.
But they are important.
Very important.
Okay, I'm seeing the light here.
I knew you would.
Focusing on quadrant 2, that could be a game changer.
It can be, for sure.
But doesn't that take a ton of discipline?
It does require conscious effort.
Okay.
But Covey, he doesn't advocate for being rigid.
So it's not about becoming a slave to your calendar.
Exactly.
It's about being intentional with your time.
Recognizing that sometimes higher values might require us to adjust our plans.
So being principle-centered, not schedule-centered.
You got it.
Okay, I love that distinction.
It's important.
So we've covered those first 3 habits.
Laying the groundwork.
Building that foundation of independence, self-mastery.
Yes.
What comes next?
The next 3 habits, they shift the focus from I to we.
Yep.
They're all about interdependence.
Building those effective relationships.
And achieving win-win outcomes.
Because we can only go so far on our own, right?
Exactly.
Eventually, we need to collaborate with others to achieve those bigger goals.
That's the beauty of interdependence.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear more about this.
Well, the first of these interdependence habits is habit 4, think win-win.
Think win-win.
It's about moving from a mindset of competition to cooperation.
So not about one person winning at the expense of another.
No.
It's about finding solutions that benefit everyone involved.
Finding those win-win solutions.
I love that.
And true win-win, it requires both courage and consideration.
Okay, break that down for me.
You need the courage to stand up for your own needs,
Okay.
but also the consideration to understand and respect the needs of others.
That sounds like a delicate balance. How do we achieve that in real life?
That's where habit 5 comes in. Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
That's like the most important communication skill you can develop.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more about this one.
Covey points out
Yeah.
that most people listen with the intent to reply.
Oh, I'm so guilty of that.
We've all done it.
I'm already thinking about what I'm going to say next.
Yeah, instead of really trying to understand what the other person is saying.
But this habit is telling us to flip the script.
Flip the script.
Put aside our own agendas.
Really listen with empathy.
Try to understand their perspective.
Before we try to make them understand ours.
Makes so much sense.
It does.
Because when we feel understood,
Yeah.
our defenses drop.
We become more open to connecting.
Yeah, it's like building a bridge of understanding.
I love that. A bridge of understanding.
Between 2 different worlds.
Beautiful.
And that connection.
Yeah.
That's what paves the way for habit 6. Synergize.
Energize. This is where the magic happens.
I love that word, synergy.
It's a good one.
It sounds like teamwork,
Collaboration.
creativity.
All of that.
So tell me more.
When we combine that understanding from habit 5 with that win-win spirit from habit 4,
Yeah.
we create this powerful force.
Positive change.
Exactly.
So it's not about compromise.
No, it's not about each person giving something up.
It's about something more.
It's about creative cooperation.
Creative cooperation, I like that.
Recognizing that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Covey uses that example.
Oh, yeah.
Arguing over a window.
Classic.
One person wants it open, the other wants it closed.
Compromise would be leaving it half open.
But synergy.
Synergy is finding that solution that satisfies both needs.
Maybe opening a window in a different room.
To get that fresh air without the draft.
Yes.
Synergy is like 1 + 1 = 3 or 4 or even 5.
It's recognizing that power of collaboration.
Embracing the diversity of perspectives.
That's what synergy is all about.
Exactly.
So we've laid the groundwork for personal effectiveness.
The first 3 habits.
Exactly. And then we leveled up to interdependence.
Habits 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, but there's one more piece to this puzzle, right?
The glue that holds it all together.
It's the habit that ties everything together.
It's 7-7. Sharpen the saw.
Sharpen the saw.
It's all about renewal.
Renewal, okay.
Recognizing that we're not machines.
We're not robots.
We're living, breathing beings.
Yeah, we need to recharge.
We need to replenish ourselves.
Regularly.
It's like that saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Oh, I love that one.
But we're constantly giving,
Yeah.
without taking time to refill our own reserves.
We're going to burn out.
Exactly. You'll hit a wall.
And Covey, he compares us to lumberjacks.
Who need to sharpen their saws.
To keep them cutting effectively.
If you keep using a dull saw,
yeah.
it takes more effort and you get worse results.
So sharpen the saw, it's about taking care of ourselves.
So we can be our best.
In all areas of life.
Exactly.
And Covey breaks it down into 4 dimensions.
4 key dimensions, yes.
Okay, I'm curious.
Hit me.
What are they?
Physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual.
Okay, so let's unpack those.
Let's do it.
What does it actually mean to sharpen the saw in each of those dimensions?
Okay, so physically,
Yeah.
it's all about those basic things.
Like what?
Exercise, healthy eating, getting enough sleep.
Taking care of your body.
Treat it like the temple it is.
So it's not just about
It's not about vanity.
looking good. Right.
It's about feeling good.
Yeah, feeling good from the inside out.
Having the energy to tackle life's challenges.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then mentally.
Yeah, what about mentally?
Sharpening the saw could involve reading.
Oh, I love reading.
Learning new things, taking classes.
Engaging in those stimulating conversations.
Maybe exploring a new hobby.
Yeah, it's about keeping your mind active and engaged.
Staying mentally sharp.
I like that.
And then there's the social-emotional dimension.
Okay, so this is about our relationships.
It is, yeah.
With friends, family, colleagues.
Making time for connection.
For laughter, shared experiences.
Building that support
And
system.
nourishes your soul.
Exactly.
I think a lot of us underestimate that, you know?
I agree.
The importance of human connection.
We get so caught up in our to-do list.
We forget to nurture those relationships that really matter.
It's so important.
And lastly, the spiritual dimension.
This one can look different for everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
It might involve meditation, prayer,
spending time in nature.
maybe engaging in activities that connect you with something bigger than yourself.
Finding that sense of meaning and purpose.
That feeling of connectedness.
To something greater.
Exactly.
Wow. So sharpening the saw in all 4 of these dimensions.
That's essential.
For living a balanced and fulfilling life.
It's about taking a holistic approach.
Recognizing that we're not just minds or bodies.
We're integrated beings.
With physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual needs.
All of it.
I love that.
It all ties back to that PPC balance.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more about that.
Sharpening the saw. It's all about investing in our production capability.
Those assets that allow us to produce the results we want.
Exactly.
So it's not selfish to prioritize self-care.
It's actually the opposite.
It's the most selfless thing we can do.
Because it allows us to show up more fully.
For ourselves.
And for others.
Filling our own cup so we can pour into others.
Beautiful.
So to wrap things up, Covey's 7 habits, they give us this powerful roadmap.
For a better life.
For a more effective and fulfilling life.
Absolutely.
We start with that foundation of independence.
Mastering ourselves.
Through proactivity, purpose-driven living, prioritizing what truly matters.
The first 3 habits.
And then we move into interdependence.
Embracing win-win thinking.
Seeking to understand others, creating those synergistic solutions.
Habits 4, 5, and 6.
When throughout this journey, we prioritize self-renewal. Sharpening the saw.
In all areas of our life.
To sustain our efforts.
And keep growing.
And Covey reminds us.
Well, this is a good one.
The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule.
But to schedule your priorities.
So powerful.
Yes.
As you go about your week, take a moment to reflect.
Reflect on what truly matters.
What one thing will you schedule into your week?
To align with your values.
And your personal mission.
Thanks for joining us.
On this deep dive.
Into the 7 habits.
We hope you found it insightful.
And inspiring.
And remember, this is just the beginning.
Keep exploring.
We encourage you to check out Covey's book.
There's so much wisdom there.
To unlock those deeper levels of understanding.
Until next time.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep sharpening the saw.